Okay, teacher, good evening. This is the presentation I'm going to show you. As you already know, it is about the hipster people, okay? So, well, yeah, this presentation is about the hipster as a subculture. In this presentation, we are going to see the objective, the introduction. We're going to see the hipster as a subculture. How is that the hipster things are transmitted? The definition of hipster. We are going to see some examples, which them includes the the music, the entertainment, the food, the socializing, cultures involved with them, the semantic features as well, the notation and connotation, and finally the conclusion and a short video that is in Spanish that show how the hipster people are. Okay, so I'm going to begin. Um, the first thing, this is the objective. Well, the main objective of this presentation is basically to show all what encompass the hipster people, or all what is involved with them. Uh, the introduction, it is well, how do I begin? The the hipster, it's a subculture that is not really new. It is an ancient one, because if you see the other subcultures, are the punks, the hip hoppers, began around the 70s, 80s, even 90s, but this one began in the 40s. Okay, in that age it was not really known, but nowadays the hipster people are taking our attention because of what they are doing, because you get interested when you know what they do and why do they do what they do. Um, okay, yeah, this is the introduction. So let's continue. Is it a real subculture, the subculture, the hipster people? Well, actually, the answer would be yes, of course. It's real. That is a movement about vintage fashion, music, and appearance. Okay, so as I already told you, the hipster began around the 40s with the jazz people. Uh, they used to smoke opium, and to be very to have a wide knowledge. They were characterized to know almost everything. Okay, so yeah, the this movement, the movement that is going on nowadays, is a movement without a real or a physical community. Why? Because the hipster people used to be more more lonely than maybe other subcultures. Because if you see the punks, the hip hopper people, usually are gathered, and they show their thoughts in a group. But the hipster people don't do that. They are used to do it very lonely. Although they gather in some physical places like art galleries and some cinemas, independent cinemas, or in concerts with independent bands, uh, they used to be communicated with themselves by the virtual things. Okay, currently doesn't exist a common meeting place to know about that subculture. That was what I already told you. Um, well, the main social networks that they use are the most common ones, that are Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. Okay. Uh, well, the main thought that the hipster people have is about the most important thing for them is to reveal a different appearance that classic or standard people. Why? Because they think that the society have many things in common, and that's not quite good. So the ideal of them is basically to be over the people, to to express themselves, to get the attention of all the society, being different, to do the same things that we are used to do, but in a really different way. Okay. Here we can see some examples about the hipster people. And we are going to focus on the hipster fashion. Okay. Uh, well, I was actually reading a web page about how to be a hipster, and in that web page you could see some advices to know how to be a hipster. Okay, so in that web page it says that if you want to be a hipster, one of the most important things is the fashion. You must dress like a hipster. So how you would dress like a hipster? First of all, using tight jeans. That is really important. You're not you will never see a hipster using like very big pants. They used to use very tight, even more than the women. Um, Secondly, the shirts, they used to use shirts about some TV shows, about animal images, about some bands like Van Halen, Metallica, Pink Floyd. They used to use that, or if not shirts, T-shirts with some squares or rectangles. That's very common in hipster people. Well, the glasses are really really important thing in hipster. They use most of all the Ray-Ban glasses. It's a very important accessory in hipster. Another one is dress vintage. Okay, so vintage is a word used for the ancient things. In the webpage I was reading, it says that if you want to be a hipster, you can take the clothes of your grandpa or your grandma and make it for you, make it that fit on you. That's really important because you can reuse the things. Okay. Well, actually, the accessories are really, really important, not just the glasses, but everything you can use will be really important for that. Okay. Well, another really important topic about how to be a hipster, it is about the music. Okay, it says the sense and preferences in some genres of music are present inside hipster subculture, like every culture. Okay, the most common genres that hipster people are used to listen is house, alternative, rock, and pop music. Okay, but there's something it's important to know and to show that they are not used to listen to really famous bands. Uh, that's not the in the hipster way, because as they want to be different of all the society, they try to listen to very independent bands. So as not really known be the band you listen to, it would be really good because you are being different that the same society, because the society always listen to the really famous people, but that's not the way that hipster people want to do it. Okay. Well, we have more examples about the music, like Calvin Harris, Imagine Dragons. Those are some bands and people that hipster people used to listen. This trend, the trend that hipster has, are transmitted through social networks, through the aspect and performance, and the new sense nerd intellectual. Okay. Well, let's see the definition of this subculture. what I found was that it is a contemporary subculture with the main goal to stand out by an own and unique style or performance in fashion that includes clothes, look, music, and preferences, and obviously hobbies. Okay. Here we've got more examples. I want to show you, teacher, something that I found in the web page. I told you I was reading that was really important for me to guide about how to be a hipster. There is something common in the hipster about the hygiene. Most of there are some people that think that hipster people are quite similar than the hippies, and that's a big mistake because they are not the same. Because we all know that hippie people used to be, I don't know, like sushi. I don't remember that word in English. To be, well, yeah, not to have a really good hygiene, but the hipster people, they are not like that. Most of hipster don't use shampoo. They just like they let the hair with the soap and with the water, but they not use shampoo. The soap, it's a really good topic because they not buy the most common soaps with the famous brands. They buy the soaps in artisanal markets. Okay, they are not really interested to be beautiful because that's another thing that the society wants to show, that everybody is beauty, but that's not the way that the hipster wants to do it. They used to be friendly with the environment. The web page said that the idea is, if you want to be a hipster, it will be very good if you could plant your own food. If you don't have a garden in order to plant it, you can buy your food in a market, not in a market of natural food. Okay. What I didn't know about the hipster people is that most of them are vegan. They don't consume meat, and what they cook, most of the things that they cook used to be gourmet. Another very important topic about the hipster people are the lifestyle that they have. Okay, they have the thought that reused things are very good too. If you could reuse all the things you have in your house and even with your family, would be really good. Like the clothes, the food, something like that. They have a thought to don't have a blind consumerism. If you can buy in local sellers, to have the environment, to buy in family business and artisanal street sellers, that would be very hipster. Okay. The usual age that hipster people are involved are from 18 to up to 30, because it's when most of the people have an inconformism with the society. Because, well, actually, when you are more than 30, you like get used with the things that you have, and you are not so unconfirmed with the things that are involving you. Okay. Something really important about the hipster people is to study. It is quite important because they want to be as much as different possible to the society. So that what they say is that if you have a really high knowledge, you will be able to separate all the society. So it's really important to go to the university. It's really important to go to libraries to read many books. Okay. The most of the hipster people use the right hemisphere of the brain. So that means that the careers that they are enfocated are the music, the art, and the fashion. They are the most common ones. Okay. Um, the hipster people try to adopt the fashion, to adopt new things before other people do it. In the webpage I was reading, it says that the hipster, if a brand get famous, is because the hipster I already show it, and the hipster people like that, and that's why they become famous. Well, that's something irony because it has sarcasm, because when you uh, when you see something new and you catch that something new, you must keep innovating. Okay. Okay. There are missing just two important topics. The first one is about the entertainment. As all the hipsters want to be different as all the society, they try to look for independent things, independent books. They try not to see the most famous movies that are the cinema, but to see like foreigners movies that's very common in hipster subculture, and to use independent music, as I already told you. The last topic is about to socialize. Socializing is a very important thing in hipster subculture. Well, we all know that hipsters use a lot the social media, the social networks that I already told you, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and them all. They are the ones who all are doing selfies and uploading to Twitter and making like 20 hashtags around the day. They are hipsters. Well, it's important to cut the attitude, okay? To talk about new bands. I saw something really interesting that it's about inventing new words. Even in that word doesn't have a real meaning. If you are with your friends and you say it, you will be like different. That is the main meaning with the in the hipster subculture. Okay, so let's continue. The denotation of hipster refers to people who knows about Afro-American music and Afro-American subculture. Okay, but the connotation here in hipster subculture is the knowledge about an useful performance and lifestyle of their society. Okay, so they always want to have a lifestyle with an accepted stereotype. In this image, we can see a really I don't know, a really hipster image that includes a coffee in Starbucks, the glasses, and something very casual that they're used to do. Okay. Well, the to conclude, it says it's important to have a really good sense of humor in the hipster subculture, and to be irony and sarcasm. Okay, that's a really good important thing, because like they are in a subculture, they try to the society tries to criticize them, independent which subculture be. They always are going to try to criticize them. So it is important to relax and to know if you're a hipster, you just have to relax and let the people think whatever they want to think. Okay, the conclusion it is that the subculture is growing up right now because every people are focusing in the communication ways. Every person are following tendencies about music. Likewise, hipster is a new target market. Okay, that's what I told you, teacher, that hipsters are taking our attention nowadays because they are taking all the interesting things in the world and make it a part of them. Okay, this is video that I showed you. So the camera is going to focus here, and we are going to see the video. Okay, this is the video.